What's going on YouTube? Dio aka Bonds back again with another video. No, I hate that. I hate when YouTubers say that. But it's Dio aka Bonds, Urban Tech Reviews. Today on the channel I'll be doing a review of the Canon SX730 HS. Alright, now this is a compact point and shoot camera. Okay? Flip screen so you can get your selfie on. I originally got this camera. I got this camera because I like the previous models. I had the 620, I had the 720. I like those models, so I said, you know what? I might as well get this one, check this one out. And a lot of good things about it. A few negatives, not too many, but a lot of good things about this camera. I got this at my local Best Buy, and you can get it for $400 plus tax. It'll run you like $430, something like that. It comes in two different colors. You can get it in this black right here, or you can get it in a silverish gray, whatever you want to call it. It shoots in full 1080p HD quality, so no 4K, but pretty good. I really got this just to take pictures at my kids' games and stuff like that, so I can get a super zoom when I'm at the kids' games. My S8, my Samsung Galaxy S8 does a pretty good job, but for like long shots, you know, across the court and stuff like that, I need something with a little zoom to it that it wouldn't like blow out the picture and make it look really bad. So that's what the purpose of this purchase was. And like I said, I had the previous model, so I kind of know how these things perform. There's one memory card slot which goes in here where the battery goes, one memory card slot, and really you want to get SD card, this SDXC, which is extended capacity. You want to get one of those cards because they can handle fine videos as far as like HD top quality 30 frames per second and stuff like that. They can handle those type of video files, so you want to get one of those to put in here. They do not come included, so you'll have to buy one. I got one that I got at Best Buy for like $30 almost, you know what I mean, and it's a good quality 64 gigabytes. Get you one of those. It does have a pop-up flash right there, which is, it can come in handy. It's a good thing to have. This shoots, like I said, excellent long range shots. I'm gonna put a couple clips in here so you can see the distance that it can shoot, the distance that it can record. I'm gonna try it on a tripod, so you know it won't be shaky or anything like that, because you know when you go long zoom, it tend to get shaky and stuff like that. So I'll put it on a tripod and we'll try it out and see how good it goes. It has no internal memory. It has optical image stabilization. The battery in here is a 1250 milliamp per hour battery, and it lasts pretty long. You know, if you're shooting HD videos, or if you taking some photos and stuff like that, you'll get a nice long battery life out of the battery in here. So no problems with the battery. The screen on here is a 3-inch screen. Like I said, it flips up. It doesn't articulate, so it don't spin or anything like that, of course, but it's a 3-inch screen. It comes up and down, so if you're shooting in selfie mode where you want to see yourself, then you can use that. Or if you're shooting straight forward, you have it right there. There is no eye to look through. You have a HDMI and a USB input, which is located on the side of the camera right there. You got a tripod mount at the bottom of it, and you got different modes and stuff like that at the top. It does have NFC, so it's NFC enabled, which means all you do if you have a Samsung Galaxy or one of them smart devices that have NFC, you just tap it in a certain area. They usually have it marked, or they'll have NFC somewhere on there. I can't find it, but if you just get to tapping around, you'll find it where it's an NFC marker on here, and then it'll connect automatically to your device. This is not water resistant, not shock resistant. It says 40 times zoom. So like I said, when I say you get long range zoom, you get long range zoom. So you're gonna see when I show you in the test pictures and the test video, really the test video, how long of zoom you have on this camera. and you have a 4 times digital zoom. So after you go to 40 times optical zoom, then you got 4 times of digital zoom too. And I really don't like using the digital zoom because then you kind of really get into shakiness and stuff like that unless you're on a tripod or something. But really I try to stay away from digital zoom, but you know, it's something that you might want to check out if you're trying to, you know, creep on somebody from long range or something like that. This has a face detection, and it has a 21 megapixel camera. It is Wi-Fi enabled. It has autofocus, video resolution of 1920 by 1080, image resolution of 5184 by 3888. Now let's talk about the likes and dislikes of this camera. We'll get into the likes first. Image stabilization is really good on here. You see in the shots that I used that the image stabilization is really good. The mic on here is great. It's got a protection, kind of protected shield up here. If you see that, to where it kind of keeps the wind out from, like if you're out in the elements or whatever, the wind stays out. Sound is really good, and I think it's really crisp and really clear. The zoom on here is excellent for a point and shoot. You really want a good long range zoom. Like I said, the battery life in here is a +2. Battery life, like I said, lasts forever. You'll be able to go out and do what you need to do and really get a lot of good shots or a lot of good videos. The small size, the compact, it can fit in a pocket. You can fit it in a bag where it's not really going to cause any issues, no bulkiness, anything like that. You know, if you got a little carrying bag or something, like I got a couple carrying bags for it, this would be perfect for like compact and small travel or anything like that. Put it in your carry-on, you get on a plane or something like that, and you wouldn't have no issues with it. And the flip up screen, I think is a plus, coming from the last 2 models, the 620 and 720, I think. Or maybe, yeah, I think there's a model in between them, maybe the 710 or something like that. But coming from those models, not having a flip up screen, you know, so you're not really having, you know, selfie, you know, a selfie cam, or you know, the way to film yourself and really see where it's coming from. It's definitely an upgrade, and it's a great addition to this camera. Now, some of the negative things, and it might be nitpicking, but there is no hot shoe mount on here. You know what I mean? So there's no way that you could hook, you know, an external mic to this camera. So you would be just having, only option would be to use the internal microphone. It's not really great in low light, and I'll put a little clip of low light on here so you can see it actually perform in low light and see what it looks like. It kind of makes it look grainy and blown out looking, but other than that, you know, you're not gonna have any other issues. There's no mic input, so there's no way, like I said, no hot shoe mount, so there's no way that you could plug a external microphone or anything in here, or another microphone to use with the camera. It's not touchscreen. In this day and age, touchscreens are like everywhere, and I think this would have been a lot better had it have a touchscreen. Cannot charge it while you're recording. So like if the battery is dead, you can't just plug the charger in and keep it running on like a AC outlet or something like that while you're recording. So if your battery starts dying, you're gonna have to cut the shot, cut whatever you're doing, pop the battery out, put a new one in, and start re-recording from that. The location of the tripod mount. Now you see it's right here next to the battery door. So if you go to connect or put your tripod mount on here, if you got one that's you can remove, then you see you can't get to the battery and you can't get to the SD card. So every time you got to charge your battery, which you got to take it out to charge it, every time you got to get your SD card, which you got to open up the door to get to it, you got to take this mount off every time, which could be a hassle. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it's definitely something that should be reconfigured in the next model. Move it down some, switch the location of it. But all in all, I can recommend this camera. I tell you to get this camera. I say it's a good camera for travel, a good camera for its compact size, for going, you know, wherever you need to go and just being able to use it on the go. Now, if you're like really into photography and stuff like that, and you want to use it in low light situations, then I wouldn't recommend it. Or if you want to use it to where you want it to have separate audio, then you'd have to have like a voice recorder or audio recorder separately from this, because you're not going to be able to use it. So if that's what you're into or you use, then this camera wouldn't be really something for you. But for like I don't want to say beginner, because that kind of makes it seem like it's cheap and stuff like that, but for somebody who's not into photography, I should say, who's not really like a great photographer, where you need a Canon 70D and all those, you know what I mean, with the big lenses and all that stuff, where you need that, this would be ideal for you. I did a lot of reviews. I've seen a lot of reviews of this. A lot of people like it. There's a lot of young kids that got this camera, so it's kind of popular with the young generation, the young kids, the children. You know, so it's pretty good. I like this camera. I like the Canon SX line. So really, I recommend most of the Canon SX line. I haven't found one that I really didn't like and didn't enjoy as a product. So definitely get one of these if you're in the market for it. But it's D.O. aka Bonds, Urban Tech Reviews. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that easily by clicking on the little Android down the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, all you got to do is go into the description, click every one of those links, and you can follow me on every one of my social media sites. And we out.